Hello everybody, we're gonna look at part 2 of the Kamen Rider Geats special, which is pretty much the movie of Kamen Rider Geats, Jyamato Awaking. So we start out where we left off last time in the Geats special, with the god Jyamato killing all the future people, with Nero looking over with fear. As 8 decides that there is a way to prevent it, which is in its godhood, which is interesting, and Nero sends him back through a portal and hopes that he can change the world. We did see Azuma working in a job of construction, as one of the co-workers tells him about one of the stories of the place they're working on being haunted by a ghost boy, going around this place. And Azuma sees a boy asking if they're going to demolish the building, but are just saying that they're just there to fix it, not demolish it. As his co-worker asks him who's he talking to, what's up, because Azuma tried to tell him the boy disappeared, pretty much thinking that he probably is seeing things and isn't actually there. And we can meet up with the rest of the gang because we see Neon streaming and being a local bread shop, as she hangs out with Keiwa and Sara, as Sara pretty much complained that she wanted the girls' night out but had to be with Keiwa. As Keiwa just apologized they had to be there with them because I guess he had nothing better to do right now. I would see Neon eat the bread from the couple and saying that it's actually really good, and actually pretty happy that the two couples, the husband and wife, pretty much are actually happy that they started business together. With Neon being jealous that when her Prince Charming gonna appear, which is kind of weird that we don't see Kyun at all in this special, so I guess they couldn't want to get the actor back, or they didn't have anything to do with him, so yeah. Also because of the future timeline, I'm gonna get he's pretty much dead. Yeah, that's my headcanon right now, and you can't prove me otherwise. The three enjoyed their bread in peace as an officer approaches them, and as Keiwa goes to stand by with his little salute, as he pretty much tells the officer they're working to be an officer himself, and the little policeman start to ask about if they've seen the kid around, and they ask that they haven't, and tells them that it might be related to the ghost mysteries, the story that a ghost has been sighted around the area. We seem to shock Sara, who hides behind Neon, as Keiwa suggests that they should help out fighting the kid. We see Daichi in his research facility looking over the Jyamato that he made in the last episode, and says about how they're having a new lesson about heart and what love is. And if you know anything, play the song of Baby Don't Hurt Me No More. Yeah, that's what love is, baby. And Ace comes in, pretty much on a little patrol. And Daichi saying Jyamato have been behaving correctly and that nothing has happened bad, or they haven't caused any problems at all, which is gonna be proven wrong. We see our three friends go find the boy, as Sara and Neon is pretty much hiding behind Keiwa as he's trying to look around, and get scared that they meet with Azuma, who will pretty much finish his job around the area just going home. As they say they're looking for a boy, as Azuma realizes that that's what he saw and that he wasn't actually seeing things, and that he did meet a boy, as Sara pretty much shocked, making a pterodactyl noise, as Keiwa says where to go so they can go and see what's up. Speaking of the kid, we actually see him meeting with the bread stall owners, like the couple, and tell him to not go out often as they're pretty much scared that he'll be spotted or else they'll have to move again. As the people come in, and with the officer from earlier, specifically a glasses guy and a red shirt guy, keep them in mind because they'll be important later on. They question why they're hiding a kid, as one of the glasses guy pretty much I think it's the landowner, saying that they didn't have a kid half a year ago and wondering where he came from. As the dad tried to bet to say they're just looking after him for a friend, but nobody believed him. The officer grabs the kid, saying that he's gonna do a background check. As he dragged the kid outside, the parent tried to stop him from taking him, but failed, as the mother uses powers to grab him. He actually shoots a tentacle, shocking everybody, and grabs the kid from the officer, trying to keep him safe. As the officer pulled out his gun, saying that it's actually a monster. As the husband actually tried his best to not say that she's not a monster at all, trying to protect her, but the officer tells him to just step away, but doesn't. He doesn't move at all. He tries to stand his ground against the officer trying to protect his wife and child, which is actually a pretty sweet moment until it's pretty much undercut by the officer shooting him, alerting our riders. So yeah, the husband is shot and then tells his family to run, as he just dies. As our riders finally arrive, you guys could have come here a little second earlier, then we could have saved him. As the officer tried to justify his self-defense, tried to justify this act as self-defense, as the mother gets angry that she just murdered her husband and transforms to a Jyamato form, shocking our riders and everybody. And it's a pretty cool design, with it being the pink and white, as well as looking like the flower thing from the Geats special of the mutated plant. It actually looked like a crown. And it looks really cool. As Azuma feels pain and remembers his time being infected, which will be important later in the story, finally. And everybody cries out that she's a monster, and the mother goes on to attack the officer and attacks the people around her, trying to protect her son. But Ozma decides to go and stop her, and Sama tells everybody to flee. As Kale and Neon join with Ozma, and they all transform to fight the mother. Daiji is informed by Sumuri about the Jyamato that had been discovered, and say that it's a new variant. Daiji sees it in the monitor and say that he knows it because he was the one that raised it. And we see that it is true, it is the plant from the Gazer special, the mutated plant that Daiji actually picks up. Come on, Daiji, you're a scientist. You should know that never pick up anything suspicious around the area. The writer fight off the mother with effort as she just overpowered them all in a feral state. Hey, as she asked why this happening to her, she just wanted to be happy. As she has her son and said that she will protect him at all costs. As Sumuri is shocked that the Jyamato went through labor. It said that the facility were never incorporated, so it seemed like it was a thing planned for the DTP, but never seemed to be a thing in the past. We then have Ace asking Daiji what this is all about, and he finally gives us some exposition, saying how teaching them human emotions and thoughts and things about love, some Jyamato started to become more of a human appearance rather than a Jyamato. I would see flashback of how it actually worked out, saying that the woman, the mother, actually is able to control her appearance alongside as another guy next to her. As she pretty much is happy that she started looking more human, except the guy next to her who had bandages all over him, saying that he struggled to accept that he's gonna be a human. As he said that he doesn't want to eat any of the food, any of that. So yeah, he's evil. 100%. It's already the first introduction that he's going to be evil. He's going to be in the movie, isn't he? Daiji pretty much teaches them about love, as they say it's one of the most important things to grasp to find true happiness as a human. As they become their Adam and Eve, or more specifically, their new King and Queen Jyamato to make a new age for the Jyamatos. We have the man outside still can't accept that he's going to become looking like a human named Aoto. Yeah, it's spelled like A-O-T-O, and it kind of sounds like auto, like a car. Yeah, auto. At the man's auto said that human Jyamato can't coexist, instruction is needed for them to find true happiness. At the mother acting that will bring them true happiness to their people. As he says it does, it will prove it and leave. Where he goes, we don't know, and how the hell did he get out of the facility? We won't know that either. And we see the mom meet the dad in the park, her husband. As he eats the bread that they were selling in the beginning of the movie. I wondered if she wants some if she keeps looking at it, which she says she does and accepts the bread, saying that it's delicious. And we see a time scale of them enjoying themselves in the date. As he trips and almost falls, but then she grabs her with her power to make sure he doesn't fall, which seems to shock him a little, but still accepts her and thanks her for saving him. It's a pretty nice moment and all that, but I mean, it's a little too fast for her to accept this weirdness, but okay, I get there. True love does make you blind. And we later have another scene. Daichi is in their apartment, and it seems like he's actually looking into her and saying that he's happy that she has found her own happiness. And the man promises to make her happy. And we have a name being Hazuki, with Daichi actually likes that the man's gonna make her happy. And pretty much acting like the father of Hazuki, because it seems like the locations they are pretty much acting like a marriage interview between a father and daughter. But they didn't expect that they were gonna have a kid, and the fact that it grew up so fast in so little time, probably for her Jyamato power, and that it triggered evolution similar to Ace being created as somebody special, having special powers as well. And would just spread trouble if she's not taken care of because of the trigger of her husband's death. Meanwhile, we see the writer continue to fight her as they combine their attacks together, which seem to do something, but not much. As she still says that she hates all humans, but Keiwa can't really say that she can't let her just attack and hurt innocents around them. As a portal opens up, and out comes out the Ace, the godhood Ace with the white hair and all that, saying that he's here to save the world and take care of the doom. The world's ending doom at the source. He then takes out a golden Mach 9 buckle and separates them to say judgment time. But it's interesting that the buckle actually has a combination of the original voice actor of the buckle, but also has a combination of the Jillion voice, like Yoshisuga. I pretty much mispronouncing that name, I'm so sorry. Yeah, they combined the names, the voice actors together to make the judgment time. and the transformation into Doom Geats, which is just a recolor of Mach 9, like just in gold and black. Mostly I think it's actually just a repaint of Cross Geats, because it seems like they use the same chest piece from Cross Geats, which, you know, it's just a kit badge of the Ichigata suit. Because seriously, that Ichigata suit, they keep using it over and over again. I'm just starting to wonder if they'll ever actually use it for Ichigata ever again. But anyway, he just one-shots all of our riders and lets Hatsuki take her kid and leave. Ace arrives to see Doom Geats and transforms into Mach 9 to fight him. In a really cool henshin and a really cool fight scene, a camera following him, and the fight is pretty much evenly matched, as even them using... As Ace finally used the booster part of the QB9 with Magnum, as he actually is pretty cool to see that he uses the two guns together, which is actually a pretty cool thing to see. As they use their finishers to summon their foxes out to pretty much fight like Pokemon on battle, and actually explode each other as they try to use their creation powers, which pretty much says that, yeah, they are pretty much God and evenly matched, as Doomki just opened the portal to send them to a new location, leaving everybody else behind. And we see both aces in a type of future area with just a green screen. In the green room, as Ace figure out that Doom, which I'm gonna keep calling in the future version, just Doom, that Doom is from the future, and just the future version of him. And Doom say that, yeah, and he will show no mercy if anybody interferes, and just smiles creepily. The rest of the gang meet up in the safe room, as Sumuri confirmed that, yeah, it was Ace from the future, as he opened up a 4D gate and wonder why he's here. And we hear Beroba ask them, and actually appears injured and alive. The Gager special that as long as they have their physical bodies in the future, they technically will never die in any timeline and can always be recreated in the future. And presses her button on the Vision Driver to show Niram leave a message, as he explains how in the future plants mutated to overrule the world, and everybody evolved by transforming their mind to a digital body and going into a metaverse. And out of boredom made the DGP for people to enjoy their lives. So yeah, we're getting more lore. They made the battle be entertainment and actually have a different era to find enjoyment, as they also made the Jyamato based on the mutated plant to allow the audience to finally spectate their fight and actually have some form of enjoyment. And everything was fine until the God Jyamato arrived and pretty much start to destroy everything and kill all of humanity. And we see back in the future that Beroba and Niram seem to wonder what's happening, as she's the sponsor of the Jyamato. As the god slashes through them, seem to kill Niram and injure Beroba on her arm, and Niram gives her the Vision Driver, and under his order decided to go to the path to help our riders, as she decided to do so and leave. As we see Doom explain to Ace about how humanity is wiped out from the future, and traces the birth of the God Jyamato to their timeline, and say that he will stop it at any cost, as he binds Ace, just like the intro to the original show. Again, this guy always gets bind to make sure he doesn't interfere. And we also have Niram finish the message saying that the future depends on our rider. And pretty much shocked that Hatsuki is pretty much the God Jyamato, and explains that Doom attacked them to not make sure that she doesn't awaken her powers any further. We then see Hatsuki with Haruki, her son, which pretty much confirmed that he had the name as Haruki, in an abandoned building. As Alto arrives, which is pretty convenient that he arrived with two Jyamatos behind him, telling her that he should have hated humans from the start. And they don't play for Jyamatos and humans to be together to find happiness. And only can find happiness when humans go extinct, which she seems to actually think and reconsider now. Haruki notices her injured leg as Alto tells him to go fetch some medicine for her in the city. As he decides to leave and do so, as he tells the other two Jyamatos to follow him. So yeah, he pretty much confirmed that, yeah, he is evil. We see Beroba pet their Azuma, as the Jyamato part is still acting up and start to pretty much damage him a lot. As he said that she only came here and never leave his side because her real goal is to just die with him. So yeah, pretty much acting like the crazy stalker ex. As he just storms off after that answer, as she just glitches, saying that she doesn't have enough time anymore. And we see Haruki steal the medicine from the pharmacy, as he runs into the two people from earlier, the glasses guy and the red shirt guy, as they turn to Jyamatos, which is the two Jyamatos that were behind Alto. So yeah, pretty much showing that, yeah, he actually probably was behind it, as they want to kill him, as he's the representation of Jyamato human love working and coexisting and doesn't want that to happen. As Azuma comes in for the save, protecting Haruki and then transforming into Command Twin Buckle, starts a pretty cool fight scene and actually uses the twin set to actually destroy and kill the two Jyamato, saving Haruki. He then, I guess, presumably goes back into the store, gets the medicine and buys it for him because he has it in the bag, and talks with Haruki. as he wants to know where his mother is. But Haruki saying that no, his mother wouldn't destroy the world because he thinks his parents loved each other very much that doesn't want to bring any doom to anybody else. And pretty much wonder if Jyamato and human need to fight one another. I also want to say not about a human and Jyamato thing anymore, but about finding true happiness between one another. As Haruki just remembered his dad's death and wondered if he should hate all humans just like that. And I also want to say that he's not human for having Jyamato blood inside of him, because yeah, he's technically part Jyamato. So it's really nice that they're actually bringing that plot point us, so that he can find a way to relate to Haruki, so that he can actually trust him a little more. And Atsuma says that he wants to help him out and wants to see his mother. Which I guess he finally agreed, he lets her follow him. As Keiwa and Neon visit the apartment, and Neon wonders if a Jyamato finding true happiness will just want to destroy the world in the future. There's a commotion as people want to go call the cops for something, as two people will tell that something's up with a room, as Neon and Keiwa go to investigate the apartment room, and see the glasses guy and the red shirt guy are dead. And the people confirm that they try to think about everything that happened. At the fact that they look like Jyamato, now they think about the officer was looking for a kid, and also them actually crying out that it's a monster. As Keiwa doesn't believe it, until he just starts picking all the pieces and like just activate detective mode, I guess. You get that training in the police academy, actually doing something. Because he actually starts to realize there's something up with the officer. But I'm just wondering how he decided that option, because he had no sign that the officer was in on it at all, so I'm wondering how that happened. And Hazuki and Aoto will pretty much comfort each other as she worried about her son, as Aoto tried to gaslight her into thinking that maybe human got him and probably killed him, and saying that this is the reason why they can't coexist and not possible for human and Jyamato to coexist. But she gets angry, which makes a spike be detected by Sumuri saying that where they are, as Keiwa and Neon go to find out and see. As Aoto acts weird here to say that they should combine together to make more Jyamatos, and if you know what they mean. As Azuma and Haruki try to go to where Hazuki is, but Doom arrived to stop him, and they say he had to change a plan, which is convenient doing it now. Just kill her now to save the world. And pretty much starts to sound like Suel from the original show. So yeah, how much is H fallen in the future? Haruki doesn't want to, but Azuma steps up to protect the mother's son, saying that yes, they should actually have a chance to live as mother and son first. As they both transform to fight each other, as Ace just watches in his prison. Azuma and Doom fight with each other, as Azuma just loses and gets thrown out of the transformation, as he says that he's got to protect a child from losing his mother. As Doom says that he really will prioritize an individual over humanity. And Azuma says that yes, he will do so because this is the world that everybody should find happiness. What's the point if he can't protect like one person, then he can't protect everybody? As Beroba arrived to, quote unquote, lend a hand by stabbing him with a Jyamato stick to awaken his Jyamato power, and he decided to do so painfully as he wants them to share a grave with each other. So yeah, clearly the toxic ex that won't leave you alone. Please leave her alone. We go back to Aoto and Hazuki trying to combine and say that they should make children together to wipe out humanity, which you seem to agree before Keiwa and Neon come in, telling her about that he's been lying the whole time. He's the officer that shot her husband and to manipulate her into joining his world of Jyamato, which again, I don't think there's much clues to indicate that he was the officer at all. We see Aoto laugh at he was so close if it was the damn meddling kids and their deity. And he takes off the bandages and heals his wound to show that he is the officer from the beginning of the movie. As flashback to show that he was smiling after killing him, as he said he did all this just to get back with her, as he wants her to help him make the Jyamato world, and that they don't need love at all to see it. And Hazuki gets angry for, killing her husband and almost killing her son and decides to attack him. Because, guy, she left you, okay? No means no. Get that through your head. Aoto also transformed to a Jyamato form, which is pretty cool black design to contrast her white and pink form, which is really cool, and it has really good teeth teeth coming out of its neck. That looks like a pretty cool design. As Keiwa and Neon think that he is the god Jyamato, not Hazuki. They have other Jyamato appear to fight off the cool fight scene, which I'm wondering how they can appear, and was it the whole point that Jyamato were acting nice people now? Or these are Jyamato that defected and want to actually think that maybe the Jyamato needed to only be happiness by killing humans. But anyway, there's a cool fight scenes of out-of-suit fight scenes. It's really cool to see the two actors of Keiwa and Neon do their cool action scenes, specifically Keiwa. You get, damn, he is doing pretty good showing his parkour moves, and pretty much his police training academy paying off. And he takes down many of the Jyamato, and also contract with Neon that she's just using like lockers and throwing stuff to make them go away. But pretty cool that she also uses the column to propel herself to attack one of the Jyamato and just breaks one of their arm, which is pretty cool to see. As they both finally transform to their final form and defeat all the Jyamatos around them. And we cut back to Azuma being in pain as he says that Ace wants a world of happiness and he'll help him achieve it and wants to protect it. As Ace hears his desires and remember that he's a Kamen Rider first and foremost, and seems to use his god power to help Azuma turn his own desire and will turn the Jyamato power to a new buckle. And it's pretty interesting that it's actually the Mauo form that we were saying that was from many months and almost last year, where we got the spoiler of the rumor that he was going to get a Mauo form with the two little claws on the side that will separate to make a buckle. So yeah, it's actually pretty cool that that rumor was officially true of revealing Boost Mach 9 Fantasy, Shogun, and Mauo. But then we later revealed that Shogun is Bujin's sword. And this one, new buckle, is not Mauo. It's actually Poison Rage. So anyway, the Poison Rage has shocked everybody as he uses it, puts it in the driver, transforms to Poison Rage with pretty cool purple cape, nice little colors of purple and silver, and a little kit batch of Gendeo's shield from Kamen Rider X8 into a shield with chainsaw or his claws appearing on the top of the weapon. And Baraba is pretty much mad that Azuma avoided her puppet string to the very end, but say that that's just him and just fades away, so yeah, she's pretty much dead. And Azuma fights Doom with Chair playing in the background, which is a little weird that they're playing K-Wall's Final Form theme. It would be better to play something like Undead Fire or something like Azuma's real theme. And they seem to stand up to Doom now, and that's a pretty cool fight scene with cool finishers to cool attacks, even using like a pretty cool fight with the camera movement. It is pretty cool that he actually uses attaching himself to a building and then uses the chainsaw to propel himself up and then go up and it slashes Doom. Like, that's pretty cool. And then does a pretty sick drill spin kick to attack Doom. And Ace finally breaks free. And Doom said he'll just rewrite Azuma before Ace comes in with Trust Last playing in the background. And Ace transforms into Mach 9 to fight Doom with a cool slow-mo. And it's really cool that they're using their attack as actual creation power to fight each other. And they tell Azuma to go ahead and they both fight each other with, again, really cool creation power. And Doom said that he can't protect humanity whether he wants to or not without rewriting the world. And can't believe in humans anymore after 1,000 years, and saying that their fate is to die. As he's trying to find a way to save them no matter the cost. We see Alto with Hazuki fight each other as Kara and Neon defeat the remaining Jyamato, as Alto defeats Hazuki and blowing her up. As Kara and Neon go out to fight Alto and actually hold their own, as they seem to actually damage him a lot. But he also damages them too, in retaliation, even blows them up. However, it damages them by blowing them up, pretty gruesomely. And he wants to be crowned the Jyamato of creation, until Azuma arrived to help them out. And even the playing field, as they said that they'll never reach a world where human and Jyamato are happy if they continue to fight one another. And then creators start to play in the background, which I'm wondering why they didn't play dangerously. I think that would have fit better, but nah. The song is about creating a world of happiness, so I get it really does fit with all the characters sneaking together. But like I said, this is the fight between Azuma, Keiwa, and Neon helping each other. As he used a cool finisher to push him back, as Keiwa and Neon finally join up to him, and then use the cool finisher together to become rider kicking each other one at a time to finally dismantle Alto and blowing him up to smithereens, finally killing him and ending his terror. Haruki meets with Hazuki as he cries out for her mother not to die, and it's a pretty tearful moment saying that the mother will have to leave him alone and she had to die, as Carol wonders if conflict between human and Jyamato is inevitable, with Nea saying that Haruki's birth is a miracle to prove against that theory. As Haruki tells her son to find happiness for them all as she dies on his arm. As Haruki cries saying that the world should be destroyed, and he turns into the Jyamato god, pretty much showing that he is the actual Jyamato god that will destroy humanity. As Ace and Doom arrive to see him awaken, and say that it's time to pass judgment, as Ace stops Doom saying that he can't flaunt his godhood all the time, and saying that the world is not his plaything anymore. And he said that a strong desire of the people will change it. And we see just that Azuma approaches Haruki, and he's just trying to slash him away, but Azuma, being the badass, decided to keep trudging forward and ends up hugging him, saying that his mother didn't want him to be like this, saying that she should find happiness for all of them, which seems to actually bring him back to reality. And Azuma saying that he has Haruki's back until he can find happiness for all her family, and saying that it is a world that anybody can find happiness as long as they're striving for it, which seemed to finally calm Haruki down. But it's just a little rush. That this ending's pretty rushed. Like, it's okay development, it's okay plot point, but it feels pretty rushed. Could have used a couple minutes more. Or showing it sink in that Haruki needs to find happiness for his family. But anyway, it's still a nice moment. After that, we have the end credits start playing, and Dangerously starts playing in the background as well. Dooms tells Ace that he seemed like he knew that this would happen. And Ace said that yeah, he did knew his writers can do anything. Dooms is shocked that a past self had to teach him a lesson. And a true god believes in his followers first and not the other way around. And he goes back to his time saying that his future had been saved, making Ace smile and leave. And Doom leads back to his future with a 4D gate. We then see KO and Neon, Azuma and Haruki meet up with the rest of the gang, Daichi, Sada, and Sumuri, welcoming them all back at the credits play, and everybody happy and all walk away together for a world of happiness as the film finally comes to an end. Overall, it was a pretty good movie actually. I really enjoyed it a lot. The acting was good, the set was good, and of course the story, while it's still kind of basic, it's still pretty fun to see. I would say it is rushed in some places, like the fact that Alto was discovered to be the police officer, which again with no other hint that it was the police officer. It would have been more interesting if the officer was human and Alto actually just manipulated the human to actually shoot him. That would have been much more interesting than just seeing that Alto was the one that killed the husband. So yeah, I think that would have been much better. Also, Haruki's decision to not destroy the world was a little rushed at the end, but I still think it still did its job well enough, as well as Azuma being the reason why he actually dared, which is actually pretty cool. I would say it's a little confusing that I thought that the original show, he rewrote the world to get rid of its Jyamato power, and that's why he had the writer destroyer power, but I guess it didn't, which is a little confusing, but yeah. I get they don't explain how he had it back or anything like that, so I just want to know why that's the case. Overall, it was a pretty good movie, pretty nice solid film, and second parter for the Gator special. Rating wise, it gives the movie an 8.5 out of 10. What do you guys think? Did you like this movie or did you not? What do you think about the whole dynamic between Azuma finally getting its final form? Leave a comment down below to talk more about Kamen Rider. Peace. Hey, wait a second. Where the hell was Win? He wasn't in the film at all. Never mind, it was the worst movie of all time. 0 out of 10. Go away now.